Hello, parents. So I know that our last day will be next week, Friday. That is July 17th. And Head Start will have pre-service for the next 2 weeks. The plan is that the pre-plus or full day classrooms will begin school on this week here. I think they said the 7th. That's the plan. And part day classrooms will continue with distance learning until further notice. So this is the plan, but it all may change due to what the DOE, Department of Education, decides, and also what's happening with COVID. So just keep an open mind, and we just wait and see, okay? But we are learning about water, so I'm going to go over this week's lesson plans with you, or you can do it next week. So I may have gotten some of the addresses on here wrong, so you just might want to go to YouTube and put in the title and see what comes up. I got mixed up, I think. All right, so the first thing is a video called What's Up with Sugar? And there's an incredible amount of sugar in our children's diets. And the video shows children how sugar affects our bodies. And this is something I became interested in a while back after reading about childhood obesity and diabetes. And I began reading and watching a lot of documentaries, and I found it fascinating. So there's movies called Fed Up, Sugar Coated, The Truth About Sugar, and they're very interesting. So you can look for it on YouTube or Netflix. And the past Keiki message, I addressed measuring how much sugar is in some of our drinks. And that was quite incredible. That little box juice had like 18 grams of sugar in it. Yikes. Yeah. And so use the nutritional labels to choose more healthy. I know some of you tried the flavored watered drinks with fruits and herbs, and you didn't care for it. So it's a process. So you know, if your kids are drinking really sugary stuff, for them to go to lemon flavored water, that's a big thing. So you might want to add some water to the juices that you drink and slowly get your weight down. All right. Okay, so I hope you guys are doing the music videos. I've been doing water cycle, round and round goes the water cycle, and I find it goes round and round in my head. But that's how kids learn, and that's how I learn about precipitation, accumulation, condensation. So it really does help reinforce children's understanding of concepts, and learning dance movements and songs also help to develop brain connections. And practicing something until you get it feels really good. I mean, it takes me like 20 times before I can sort of get it. And all that practicing makes that concept solidify in my brain. All right? So try. I have water cycle in a bottle as one of the activities. So what you would do is get a water bottle, and your child can draw the sun and the clouds, and you fill it up a little bit with some blue food coloring. And you place it outside or near a sunny window and see what happens. Yeah. You can also do it in a bag. And tape it to the window, and they can see the evaporation. All right. On the lesson plan, I have counting and clapping syllables in water cycle words. So one of the things that they're going to expect children to do in kindergarten is to be able to separate words by syllables. So we can start by clapping. So we can say condensation. Let's clap that together. Condensation. You can also count the number of syllables in the words. And by breaking words down, you help children to be able to articulate it more clearly, to hear it better, and then in turn articulate it better. The next activity is germ scatter, and there's a video that you can watch and watch it with your child, but you know, it gives you ideas on how to ask questions to develop higher level thinking skills and have them predict what will happen. And so I think I've seen it used with glitter as well, but you put some water in and you have your child sprinkle pepper in here, and you ask them to stick your finger in because this will represent germs. The pepper represents germs. So you stick your finger in, and Auntie Carrie only has coarse salt pepper. I think it works better if you use the finer pepper, because when I stick my finger in my coarse pepper, I don't get that much. But oh yep, you see, that's like germs. So let's see what happens when you put soap. So you put some soap on their finger and you have them stick it in there, and it's pretty cool because the germs just kind of scatter. So then you can talk about how important it is to wash your hands with soap. Yep. And 20 seconds. So if we are going to be going back to school, we need to really have them grounded in following social distancing rules to keep them safe. Yeah. So we're going to talk more about that, but I got another activity called What is 6 feet? So social distancing is staying 6 feet away, but kids don't know how big 6 feet is. So you can help them see that by putting something on the ground. I have a measuring tape, and I just laid it on the ground. If you don't have a measuring tape, I can't see that. Hello? Oh, there it is. You can just put some tape or markers down so that they know how much 6 feet is. And on that line, you can have them line up different things. So how much is 6 feet? Well, maybe they can line up books. 6 feet is 5 books. Or have them line up pillows. Or have them use their bodies. 6 feet is 1 Pedro and a half Anna. 6 feet is equal to 7 whatever stuffed animals. Yeah, so that helps them to understand how much 6 feet is. It's kind of fun. There is a video that I have on there about a school in China and how they help children understand what 6 feet is, or is they made them hats. The children and families worked together and they made hats with things sticking out. So that's another visual cue. This is my hat, can't touch anybody. So I challenge you to create hats at home and practice walking around it with and not bumping. Okay, the next thing is rain cycle experiment. So you would fill a glass with water and you get shaving cream. Now my shaving cream failed. It sunk to the bottom because it was pumped, not the. So we're gonna pretend I have water and I'm gonna put shaving cream and it's gonna make a cloud. And you get a cup, a little bit of water in, you add a couple drops of food coloring, and you would have your child either use a straw or something and put it on top of the shaving cream. And it's kind of representing a cloud. When the cloud gets heavy with rain droplets, then that's when you see rain. And it's pretty cool because you'll see the blue color come down like rain. Last one is, I know I got really excited. I got too many things on here. The last one is the frozen animal experiment. So water can be frozen and water melts. but can we make water melt faster? So you would get a small toy or an object that you have at home, and you put it in a cup, and you might want to do several because it's kind of fun and it keeps kids busy for a while. You freeze it and you turn it over, and ta-da! Can you see that? Nope. How's that? Okay, that works. So I have some water here and I have some salt here. And in the video, it's a little more scientific, where you would time how long it takes for the object to melt. So you can use a straw or a spoon, and your child can use the water, and you can time how long it takes to melt. Can you get that animal out there? I got a pig in there. And then after the animal comes out, then you can try something else and compare and see which is faster. But you know, if it's the first time, I think kids really enjoy just experimenting. So I would just take it out and have them use both. So you notice that I use a really small spoon and a small container instead of having them dump here. This is to help them develop fine motor control. Yeah. And that's pretty cool. It's another form of water play as well. But you can use salt, you can use sugar, you can have them come up with different ideas, and we can talk about what's happening to the ice. Now I notice when I put the salt on, it kind of makes the ice look rough. It feels kind of rough. And when I put the water on, it kind of smooths it out. So anyway, try it, talk about what's happening, and enjoy. All right, guys, so if you have any questions, please call me, text me, but have lots of fun. All right? Okay, I will do Keiki Message tomorrow, and we will talk more about social distancing. And I will next week talk about social distancing in school and helping them to get ready for the new school year. All right, guys, bye.